It's still at night, but before dawn. Juliet has come back from the dock and she must be pretty furious. She was finally let go by Ben, after being kept on the island for 3 years, missing this chance because of an exploded submarine, and she still went back to her house, made a sandwich to Kate, and was then attacked by her. In an off-screen scene, Ryan Price will acquire some medicine and travel out of the barracks and down south, towards the survivors' camp. He's gonna hide the case near Ethan's dropout point. Juliet will not go back to her house though. She will go to Ben's house and get some further instructions on what to do.
Let's go over it again, just to be sure.
I drag Austin out into the jungle, handcuff myself to her, then tell her I was gassed, just like she was.
This scene will pop up in the next episode. Locke might still be there, in the basement. After they opened the door to the room, Anthony Cooper bit his hand and then Locke decided to stay with the others when Ben offered him to come and leave with them on their trek. During this off-screen time, they will also tell Locke everything about Kate's crimes. Locke would go to the rec room to say goodbye. Shortly after, gas canisters are thrown into this house and this house. Not sure how they solve the Saeed situation and if he's still in the playground, but he's also left behind. Kate is taken out with Juliet. I think there is a possibility that Alex went and found Carl. He will at least follow them or get instructions by Alex, since he is kind of hiding from the others at this point. He will not be seen until the end of the season. Back at the beach, it has now been some hours since Nicky and Paolo died. Sawyer is not reading an Agatha Christie book anymore, which I find so interesting since that was only there for exposé, and before that he was reading The Fountainhead, which he might have given up on. He's now back reading his old materials, Boone's book Watership Down. Hurley informs him about the vote for banishment. Hurley also mentions that Steve brings water to the trough, meaning that Steve, who first was seen helping out at the caves back in season 1, is one of the camp's good helpers, and is going back and forward to the caves with fresh water. Good man. Back in the jungle, Kate wakes up.
I was making a cup of tea. A canister came in through the window. So what'd you do to piss him off?
I've always hated this line. Like, come on, Kate. Have you forgotten she saved your life and killed one of her own?
No! Danny!
At night, they make their way to the barracks. In the rain, Kate and Juliet fight, and Kate dislocates Juliet's shoulder. The monster comes. They hide, they encounter it, and are scanned. Some have questioned why the flashing is so more intense now than during the encounter with Echo, but I think it's like in photography, when you need to have a blitz during the night if you have no light sources.
This season, when the monster experiences Juliet, we see several flashes, almost as if it's taking pictures of her.
Sawyer talks to Claire and Aaron and gives them a blanket. I think it's a bit interesting that this is the second time that Aaron reacts to Sawyer.
Hey there, little baby. Aaron?
Remember in season 1 when he was the only one that could calm him down by reading to him? Back in the day, some Lost fans thought that this was a sign of some connection between Sawyer and Aaron, especially since Sawyer goes back in time, and the theories regarding Aaron and whether or not he was a young Jacob. None of these theories came to fruition, but they were fun nonetheless. Back in the jungle, they get moving again and they encounter the monster, close by the sonic fence. It forms from 3 clouds, which fits with what Dharma called it, Cerberus. Cerberus being named after the guard dog with 3 heads. We learn from this scene that it is sound waves that prevented the monster from getting to Juliet and Kate. I love that certain sound frequencies is a weakness for him, because in Greek mythology, the way Orpheus managed to get past Cerberus was by playing music, which lulled it to sleep. This was also the way they got past the 3-headed dog in the Harry Potter series, which was a reference to Cerberus as well. Similar to the myth, this guard dog named Fluffy is one of the guardians of the Philosopher's Stone.
I said the trick with any beast is to know how to calm him. Take Fluffy, for example. Just play him a bit of music and he falls straight asleep. I shouldn't have told you that.
Maybe this is what the lute in the cliffside cave is supposed to represent, a musical instrument referencing what lulled Cerberus to sleep in Greek mythology. Anyway, they are now within the fence and get to the barracks. The place is completely empty. Juliet frees Saeed, or at least checks up on him. Saeed goes around and checks the houses. Kate gets Jack over here.
They just left. Even Julianne.
No, they left her too.
Then they all leave. Next episode is a big one. Juliet's 3-year history on the island. See you in a week.